haven't got your pots yet. Are they still trapped? Okay.
Wet.
Well, you're lucky there's no smelly vision on this camera, because them scallop shells that just got over the side are tasty.
I can taste them.
If you don't put your suit on very shortly, you're going to be very wet.
I know. Hang on.
What it's like to be reborn when you've got a dry suit.
Better this time round than last time.
Be nice if somebody zipped you up before you got wet.
I don't think it's going to happen. Just whip on somewhere out the wind. You're always doing, Richard.
Yeah.
Keep us safe.
It's a case of when you can catch more than 2 dozen or not.
I think we will. Got good hope.
Welcome back to Bailey of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais and you're going to join us on a free dive. You don't even need to get wet. We'll get all that done for you. As you've just seen, it's pretty crinkly on the surface, so we've stayed right and close to the coast. It's a southwesterly wind, force 4 to 5, and it's just chopping the sea up a little bit. You've probably already noticed we're on millbed here, and there is loads and loads of spider crab that are buried down into the merle. Every time I see one I keep thinking it's a scallop, but it's not. And here we go, onto the scallops here. Decent sized ones too. Crabs definitely aren't dead with this one, trying to square up to me. Find all sorts of wildlife in this stuff, especially cuttlefish. Cuttlefish seem to love this merle, like this one. Looks like this one's trying to mimic a flatfish. Certainly looks like a flatfish from here. Got to carry on. This is our first dive and we need at least 2 dozen each. Keep Richard happy. So he invites us out next time. Not quite sure if all these spider crabs are female or male. Can't really tell. I won't be able to tell unless I pull them out their holes, but I think by the looks of the claws they're probably females. All the scallops around here are lovely, lovely size. Nice and deep and fat. Always keep an eye out for rocks like this. Looks like a pizza slice, but it could have quite easily been a stone anchor. Just got to look for the round hole that's been pushed through it. And them sort of anchors have been used since Roman times. And other people have used them for smuggling as well, for tying between barrels and trying to sink them down to the seabed. Guernsey years ago was a hotspot for smuggling into the island, because we could work with the French because we spoke French, and also we can deal with the English as well. So we're kind of a stepping stone port. we had free trade. Certainly doesn't get any more relaxing than this, especially for scallop diving. Also, it looks like there's not much life here, but there is plenty of life. Like, for instance, this thing looks like a stone. But it's not a stone, it's actually slipper limpets. It's an invasive to Guernsey. Probably came from Jersey. Their Latin name is Crepiadula fornicata. And you can actually eat these. I know the French collect them and eat them. So there we go, smash fishing. If you're watching this, I'd like to see a video of you eating these things. This is a good old merle. Some of it's healthy, some of it isn't. If you look nice and close, the amount of stuff that's in there. See, there's a small clam. The white stuff's died, but the purple stuff is still good. And as with every area in Guernsey, there's lost crab pots. This one looks pretty smashed up. It's been here for a while, hence the growth. Plenty more scallops around here. Now, it's not going to be long before we start hitting a reef, which is actually Tares Point. Goes out quite a way. You will find veins of sand in between all these reefs, so if you're quite tactful and good at guessing which way leads to the open sea again, you could actually swim through and collect all the scallops. And there is plenty in here, so we'll give it a go. Also plenty of small fish, fries everywhere, and wrasse. And I know there's fishermen that fish through here, especially potting for stuff. And there is plenty of lobsters. See if there's even one under this rock here. First one I look under, it's a lobster burrow. You can tell where it's pushed the sand out. I'm getting the feeling we're getting to the edges of the reef now, because the tide's starting to pull stronger. Oh, that's nice of Michelle. She's pulling the holdfasts off of there. She's going to let him live for another day. Nah, I'm going to nick it, put it in my bag. I can see a scallop right there. Let's see if Michelle notices it. Not that I've got anything to teach her, but let's see if she pays attention. Oh, she's found it. Is that another one in front of her as well? Ah, she's found that one as well. Fair play. Good skills. One of our arch nemesis. That's a starfish that's wrenched that open. And look at this. Loads of fish bones. Not quite sure what fish it's from, but there is plenty of bones around here. It's probably a pot bait that someone's chucked back over. The snails have been in and completely stripped it clean. There's quite a few though. Maybe a wrasse. Definitely not a dogfish. More bones and cartilage. I did want to just check out these trap pots, but it looks like they've been well and truly bent. Probably been pulled on by the boat or hung off of, well, we say hung off of. They tie it to the boat and then they use the weight of the boat to try and pull them free. But this one looks like it's crushed the end. No point even sending it up. Looks like a diver's already opened the door. So it's time we just carried on. Look at this. Feather duster worm. This is the tail of the worm. Lives in a little leathery pouch. It's attached to the rock. See what happens when we scare it. There you go. Completely disappeared. Just like that. In the blink of an eye. Right, it's about time we took our last scallop and went back to the surface. I think we've done our 2 dozen each. Yeah, quite comfortably. Richard will let us back on the boat.
Scallop Wars!
Yes.
No.
Couldn't leave him. I waited until you turned your head and then I picked him up.
He was going to be a free scallop for a few days.
Free scallop, yeah. He was. He's give me a free scallop for a couple of hours, yeah? There's some big ones down there. Makes that one look small. Go back. $40 for Mish and 61 for me. One box, look at that. Yeah. Richard might invite us again. That was 50-minute dive. 20-minute dive for Matt.
Half the people, half the amount, but less than half the time.
You beat me by one.
One! Oh, it's not bad for a beginner.
I could have lied about it.
Could have lied, but...
There's no point lying about catches. How much?
Oh! Did anyone get wet? I think everyone did. Even the people watching on YouTube got wet.
Okay, if you swim down the chain you'll find it interesting. Okay, he's clear.
The second dive, Richard's put us down near the yacht club buoy. So this is a chained down to a dead man in between a couple of reefs, and it's always good here, to be honest. Plenty of fish. I missed that one. Didn't miss that one. But yeah, plenty of fish and lots to look at. So we'll be swimming through a load of reefs to start off with, and then out onto the side of the sandbank, and then across towards some wreckage. We'll probably pass over what we call one of the trenches, which is a power cable, and normally there's a bit of life there, so fingers crossed we see a bit today. The tide is still screaming to the south, so we're just getting pulled between the reefs. We can dock down between the reefs, but don't forget my buff goes back to the surface, so it's going to be wanting to pull me along as we go. Just got to watch out my line on the top of reefs, because along here you can get tangled, especially as there's tago that's grown on the top. So I just have to keep an eye out for that. But let's enjoy this dive. Right, this is not a really good dive if you're scared of seaweed or don't like swimming through seaweed. Always check a crab pot. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. Doesn't look like this one is. It's a peacock worm inside that one. Pretty cool. And yeah, I always look down the little cracks. I think you know what I'm looking for. Octopi. Oh no. I think we're clear. We're okay. These are the last big chunks before we start heading out onto the sand. Once we hit this location, what we need to do is we need to be swimming in a southwesterly direction. This will take us into slightly shallower waters, but at least we're guaranteed to see a little bit of the Beaufort wreckage. It's scattered between 32 metres and right up to about 15 metres, so we should see something today. Fingers crossed. It is a bit of a gamble, because you're not always guaranteed to see it. There is evidence of the pieuvre, or the octopi. It's always good to see. We're on the right tracks. Maybe inside this pot? Nope, not this pot. A few sharks around here as well. The old dogfish which are everywhere. Shark in the dark, as they say. Always swim over the top of these things. Completely harmless. Schoolboy error. The Insta360 has run out of memory, so I'm now onto the GoPro. You can notice a slight difference in colour, but that's the reason I carry two cameras with me at all times. If one runs out of battery or runs out of memory, I'll just pop the other one on. Never miss a dive. Believe me, I've missed a few over the years. We are in the right location, and here we go. Recognise this part? This is an old crab pot, which is right next to one of the winches. So there's a winch a little bit further to the north, probably just out of our eyesight, but this is pretty cool. We'll take a look at this. It's interesting, there's only a little bit of rusty metal on the seabed, but I've seen it probably a dozen times. Mish hasn't seen it, so we'll take our time to have a look. And there's the bent drums a bit further north. Looks like the lobster on the north side's now disappeared. There used to be a small lobster that used to hide underneath this. Bit of a shame, but it looks like he's either moved house or he's been attacked and eaten. The circle of life. One thing I can see is a velvet swimming crab just near that cog in Mish's hand. See if we can get the macro on and get a good bit of footage of him. See if we can see the red eye. These things are vicious. Out of all the crabs, these would be the ones that pinch your finger. Here it is, just here. The tide is actually trying to pull ourselves quite strongly, so we're struggling to hold ourselves against this. Check out the eyes, like a devil. That's what they're called, lady crabs, I think. They're so vicious. right in an awkward position. I can't really get the camera right into it. It's got a velvet something croak. It's got the texture of velvet on it. See what else is around here. Now this octopus is a master of disguise. He's tried turning himself white so I didn't notice him against the background. Just see his eyes. And it's a typical thing they do is they hide loads of shells in front of them. When they get annoyed, they do actually turn a nice crimson colour. I'd love for him to come out so we can film him, but I don't think he's going to. Oh, he's getting annoyed. He's turned crimson. He's looking very angry. Check out the little slice eye. Crimson and purple by the looks of it. Just see his little eye just there. Now apparently these have got 500,000 neurons in their brain, which is about the same as a dog. They can recognise people, so I better be careful if I'm ever diving on my own. Also, they're actually poisonous. Apparently they have a posterior salivary gland that can have poison in it. So I don't really want to get bitten. Nah, it doesn't want to come out. Let's just carry on before someone gets bitten, strangled, or the regulator pulled out their mouth. We have 11 minutes left, and I know the trench and the shipwreck is very close by. So my underwater navigation's any good, we should get there in a couple of minutes. Oh, that's quick. We're here already. That's good. That took a lot less time than I expected. Let's head right down into this trench and see what we can find. Always full of shells. This seems to be the way all the shells wash along the seabed and get dumped. trying to coax this tub Gurnard to walk into the tide. Just doesn't want to do it. You can see actually where it's ripped down into the sand because the tide's pushing it so hard. Here he goes. He's having a little walk. I'm not quite sure what bream these are. I thought they were Cooch's bream, then I thought they were gilthead. Now I'm probably thinking they are probably black bream. And now there's a combination of 50-50 with pelt. It's weird how they're mingling in together. Remember, when you see pelt, they're not far from a shipwreck. They love to live near iron and steel for some reason. So it's a little trick I use. We follow them, and they seem to be, well, I can see the wreck now. Some nice big chunks of the Beaufort. It was salvaged, but it's actually chopped back in the sea as well. So notice the combination of the silver pelt and now the brown and white striped ones, or brown and gold striped ones, I suppose. There'd be other fish here. There'd be wrasse as well, and I'm guessing there's probably going to be some congers somewhere around. Although the tide is trying to rip us south, we should be able to hide down behind this wreckage. It's quite nice to see the fish, to be involved and be surrounded by fish, to be honest. Makes a nice change. I can see a feather-like tail, and that can only be a conger. We have been quite mischievous in this dive, and we've, tried getting an octopus out the hole. We've tickled tails of congers, and we've really enjoyed seeing a load of these breams. It's amazing when you turn the lights off how they seem to disappear. Right, we can't stay down here all day. We're going to have to head back to the surface and do our 3-minute safety stop. That's another 45 minutes under the sea. Awesome interactions with a bit of wildlife and some good video footage.
There's a nice little octopus underneath the winch, Mish.
Yeah.
octopus there, look. Richard's got one of these pots. And you can see.
Take it out.
Take it out. Okay.
Shift one of those.
Still alive.
Get your gloves on.
You touch it. I don't want to touch it. I'm not touching it.
Give me my gloves.
Gloves?
What? I don't put my hand in there. They've got beak, eh?
Oh, stuck on me. I think this is the first one I've ever stroked. Tried yanking him out the reef, but
I don't put my hands in one of it. They've got a sharp beak.
I know people with sharp beaks as well. Very hard to pull off. Oh, he's changed colour. Turn them on the other way, look. You can't see him. They are strong, yeah. It shocked me actually.
Richard said he can put it back.
Oh, did it?
No, he didn't.
We can put it back, Richard. No, put it in a bag, he said.
Ooh, you little bugger.
Did he have him, Matt? He's got him. Oh, that's the tangle of the Titans. Never seen anything so awkward in my life. And now it's biting my leg off.
Oh, right, hold the bag open this time.
There you go. It's in. It's like bubble wrap. It's like bubble wrap.
He's coming back out.
He is coming out.
Oh, he's well
Have you
stopped to the
seen
side.
Have you seen anything so awkward? Do you want me to move us off the rocks, Richard?
What?
Oh, move us off the rocks. Sorted. It's in the bag. We've got to wait now for that. The red lights are on.
What are you going to do with it?
Eat it.
Let's go to La Perla.
Is he? Going to the restaurant for his dinner.
Going for a bath at the Perla, is it? Tie it so we don't climb out. Another one in the bag. Let's have a look. Is he trying to bite out? Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I gave one to a restaurant the other day and put it in the fridge, and it got out the plastic bag and it was in the top corner of the fridge, still alive the next morning.
So they like cold water then?
Yeah. Might not this warm bath it's going to get.
No. Be looking like a sauteed potato soon.
Well, they reckon freeze them first.
Yeah, I've heard they freeze them to break down the
Cell
proteins and stuff. Yeah. That's how it's new to me. I don't think I've ever seen one. Well, I certainly never touched one like that.
I've never picked one up before.
They do
Quite
scare me.
surprising. Just it was only a little bit of their tentacle, but it's like
Stock, eh?
Yeah,
Not really well
You
stocked.
should always get your co-diver to try and pull it out of the, and then just watch all the bubbles.
Yeah,
And
as it wraps around
2
your throat.
hands and 8 legs, 8 tentacles
Yeah.
in a bit of a battle.
Rock, paper, scissors. I
And
think
we know
they'll win.
underwater who's going to win.
Yep, that's for sure. See, Mish, why didn't you pull that one out from under the winch?
Because I'm not stupid.
You're not stupid, and you're not.
I know
I was to
better.
say you're not cruel, or you cruel, but
well, look.
you catch them.
So it's obviously ripped, taken a scallop in with it, and it's
Into the
broken.
pot.
Yeah.
Quite common, they take
Yeah.
scallop in pots.
Well, that's ripped it completely.
Yeah,
out.
that's actually torn the shell. That's how strong it is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That means it's eating bloody scallops, little buggers.
They eat
More
scallops.
competition.
They've been getting them down south in botters. They're taking the scallops into the pots and eating them. Because when they're in the pots, congers can't get at them. You know, because although they're a great hunter, they're also the hunted, and they taste good to congers.
Nice, you just got to spit the beak out and you're good, eh?
Sounds really
That's why them 2 congers we just seen just them, Mish, there's probably no octopus around them.
Richard said they used to put bull hoss in the store pots, because the bull hoss like the octopus.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
That's quite cool, never knew that.
That is good. Right, red light's up now, I think. It's home time. After that bit of action. It's the Islander. Aim midships. Ramming speed.
It says push here. Oh no, don't.
Push here, yeah.
Push here.
Dent here. There's a billion items in that trailer. Oh no, delivered every second. Safely and securely. Look at it lean. Yeah.
You've got 20 minutes before you're going to die, okay?
Yeah, I know. Parents' evening, I better hurry up.
Was it parents' evening?
Yeah. Oh well, thanks for coming along, and we'll catch you on the next tide.
Just to let you know, I did actually get home on time, and I'm not murdered. This time round anyway. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next tide.